Hey there, Amy. How's it going? This is Courtney, and in this video, I'm going to show you 3 things you can do today to help bring in more pet owners to your business. Oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are way too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is that they don't know who is an expert and who isn't. I have found by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business has resulted in a lot of those local business owners still raising their hands and asking me to help them grow. So by the end of this video, you've liked what you heard, and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can help your business. Shoot me a message back and we can chat. So now let me show you 3 things that will set your company above your competition, which are content, citations, and backlinks. So, content. Most business owners know that they need content, but a lot of them actually don't know that studies have shown that Google wants for there to be at least 1,500 words on the homepage. Not only that, the content needs to have the right keywords. Google does this because it gets them to know what your business is and its purpose. Right now, your site is sitting at about 573 words, and I went ahead and I did the exact same to a couple of competitors in your area. Urgent Vet. They're sitting at a little over 2,000 words, and Chesapeake Animal Hospital, and these guys are sitting at 523. So you two guys are kind of neck and neck a little bit. All right. By the way, this content for these guys, this is very beatable. By the way, they just put in more effort for their content. To give more context, for these content keywords, if you're not familiar, are words or phrases that people search up each month to help resolve their issues or concerns. And you guys miss out on a lot of pet owners by not having these keywords placed on your website and not having them properly placed. So just to give you an idea, everything that you see highlighted is what Google looks at when it comes to scanning to your website. And yes, including photos. So you want to make sure any photos you have on here have the right keywords embedded into them. This one does not seem to, right? So you want to make sure all your photos, you're going to reach out to whoever did your website or your marketing team and make sure they optimize these photos, right? So just to go further down this rabbit hole, because, who doesn't like rabbits? This over here is SEMrush. This is a tool that essentially gives behind-the-scenes details on things Google looks at when it comes to ranking a site. And we came over here for just a couple of things. One of the things being keywords. So we're just going to take a look at your keywords. And at the moment, you guys are ranking for 190 at the moment. Excuse me. You guys are ranking for 190 at the moment, and just looking at these, we're just going to look at the ones that are present, and so I can see that your keywords aren't, these ones at least aren't the most optimized for people who are trying to find you, because you don't want people to just find you guys because of your name, right? You want to think about the people who don't know your business name, so you want to have keywords that are geared towards them. And I'm actually going to show you an example of what I mean. So we're actually first going to just take a look at your other 2 competitors. This over here is Urgent Vet. So these guys are ranking for 48,000 words at the moment. That's quite a lot. Let's see. They probably have a blog or something. That might be one of the reasons why. Let's see. Right there, me. So these guys, again, these aren't really necessarily keywords that I need, so I'm just going to show you Chesapeake. These guys are ranking for 976. Okay, better. This one's a perfect example of a keyword, and also this was also perfect. These are great examples of keywords that you would want to have on your website. And what I'm actually going to do next is I am going to actually take a different keyword and I'm going to place it into Google over here, and then we're just going to go over this page, Urgent Pet Care Chesapeake VA, and yeah, so this is going to go into the second thing I'd like to discuss, and that is citations. And what a citation is and why it's important, I'm going to get to that very shortly. It's related to this section right here. So this is what we call the map pack or the Google Maps section. And this right here is where your business's name, address, and phone number are listed. This is how Google verifies and gives relevance to your local business. And how you actually show up in maps is actually pretty simple. So I'm just going to show you this picture right here. This is going to illustrate what I'm about to talk about. So you want to have your business's name, address, and phone number distributed across hundreds of directories. So you want to have it in places like BBB, Yelp, Yext, City Star, and Facebook, and so many more, right? And what a citation is basically your NAP, right? So this is your NAP is basically your citation, and the goal is that you want to have more than your competitor, and you want to gain more trust in them from Google. This will push you above them in the map pack. And how to actually go about doing this is there are sites out there that will tell us exactly what directories your competition is listed on. We can literally go down their list and match those directories. But we don't want to just stop there, because we don't want to just match them. We want to dominate them, right? So whatever your competitor has in citations, we want to get what they got, then add 50 to 100 more so that it takes them a long time, right? And then the ultimate goal is you want to be in the top 3 results, which is where you guys are. Congratulations on that, by the way. You want to be up here because this is where people click. The higher you are, the more clicks you get. So you want to keep that in mind, right? So the last thing we're going to go over is this section. So this section over here is just going to help let us get into link juice or backlinks. This is the third pillar that will really help you guys to dominate on Google. So we searched up that pretty little keyword up there. As you can see, you guys are actually placed in second. That is pretty dang good, by the way. So this is pretty impressive. This is actually the top 3 results is where you want to be, because again, this is where people click, right? This is where people go. So in order to do that, the higher you are, the more clicks you get. And in order to get up here or to get higher, you need authority. And how you get authority comes back down to backlinks. And a backlink is when one website links to another website online. So think of it like this. If site A links to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its link juice. It's like a vote of confidence. And in Google's eyes, this is passing authority. And the more relevant the site, the more valuable the link. So for example, if you get a local blog talking about dog care linking to you guys, that is a lot more effective than having something from a Pizza Hut. Thinking back to you guys. So going back over here to SEMrush, this is a tool that lets us take a look at backlinks. You guys are sitting at 112 at the moment. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at your 2 competitors. All right. Okay, Urgent Vet is sitting at 15K. And these guys are sitting at 179, right? And how to actually go about getting these backlinks is also pretty simple. With tools like SEMrush, we can see exactly which sites are linking to your competitor, and we can go get those exact same links for your business. Okay, so it's actually pretty simple. So in closing, once again, we went over content. Your front page needs at least 1,500 words. Citations, you want to have 200 to 300 of these to beat out the competition by a landslide. And link juice, you need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority. And if you implement these strategies, today you can be number 1 across Google. So I bet you're wondering, what do I do now? You can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, you can give me a call or a text at 218-517-5513. I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Bye.